Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. We're so glad to be part of your history, celebrating with your friends and your family. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. We all love you so, just wanted you to know. Have a happy 75th and let's kick off this show. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty, are you ready for a beach day on your birthday? Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. It's Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time.
Boop-a-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, boop-boop-ba-doo.
75 and still alive?
Gotta get back in time. Gotta get back in time. Get back in
I was born to Clifford and Sophie Sampson October 11th, 1941, and I was welcomed to the family by my 10-year-old brother, Bobby. My dad raised Idaho potatoes for the first time in 1938 after fleeing with his family from the Dust Belt that ravaged Nebraska. When I was born, we lived in our family's first Idaho rental house, but soon moved to my childhood home in the York District of Idaho Falls, Idaho. I grew so fast that I was soon running around everywhere. My mother was a big fan of Shirley Temple. She wanted me to be a star. Had to have curly hair. I was only 4 years old when I got my first machine permanent. I had to sing.
This is Betty Sampson. I am 5 years old. I am going to sing Mexicali Rose. Mexicali Rose, every night you know that I'll be finding every other year while I'm away.
Growing up on the farm was such fun, but I was always a cowboy. I had pet sheep, pet horses, my sweet little dog Lassie. But chickens scared me. I was the first one to ride Ranger. My mother made sure I was available to perform for all and any events, from being the groom at age 5 to an adult bride to the Japanese girl for the Missionary Society. A colonial woman to dance the minuet, a ballet star, and as you will see later, I continued to perform all my life. In October, I was almost 7 when I started first grade at York School. It was a 2-room school with 1st through 4th in the little room and 5th through 8th in the big room. With piano lessons and singing lessons, Mother was busy making me into the perfect little lady. But in my playtimes, I was always the cowboy. From 8 years to 10 years, I enjoyed my chore of bringing the cows home. The sunsets were so beautiful. The songbirds, especially the meadowlark, had such pretty songs. I was in another world, singing to make my own music to complete the scene. In 1949, when I was 8 years old, we broke records with the biggest, baddest, coldest winter ever. The temperature was less than -10 for 14 days, and Dad had to haul the milk cans to the highway on a horse-drawn sled. When I was in the 5th grade, I had my first male teacher, Mr. Moss. I was terrified to go to school. As I stood waiting for the bus, I would sing to myself for courage.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
My parents took me to the movies frequently, and I loved the musicals and Abbott and Costello. My mother had to stop me during a scary Abbott scene from pounding on the man in front of me with my fists. At age 13, I won first place at a Grange talent contest. I won singing Carissima. I had perfect attendance in Lutheran Sunday School for 13 years in a row. I sang in the choir at weddings and special events. I was initiated into Luther League, and I was one of the St. Lucia contestants, dressed in my sister-in-law's wedding dress. I was secretary of the freshman class, member of the Glee Club, and sang for many school assemblies. Through membership at the Grange, I met and started singing with a wonderful tenor who became my husband in November 1958, during my junior year in high school. I promised my dad I would graduate. I did my junior year in Shelley High School and my senior year by correspondence course at the same time. Junior prom, I had my date, my husband. I sang background for the theme song, Venus. I was in charge of the Girls Federation Spud Day Parade Float. The theme was Keys to Democracy, and we won first place. I was president of the Library Club, vice president of the Girls Federation, secretary of the junior class, and member of the FHA. I was chosen Miss Talent by the Girls Federation and was an honor student in Shelley High School during my junior year. Debbie was born September 6, 1959, and I received my high school diploma dated September 11, 1959. What a wonderful time. Bob and I were a local star couple. Handsome and beautiful, we emulated the famous classical singers Nelson Eddy and Jeanette MacDonald. We sang for church, Grange, and community events. We left my Lutheran church and joined a small community Methodist church in Shelley, Idaho, where Bob was the organist and choir director, and I took on the challenging of starting a Methodist youth group. We soon had 30 members. I was the first woman to become certified as a Methodist lay speaker and would wake up in the night to write sermons. Timothy Lyle joined our family on December 28, 1962. We had the perfect family. The children enjoyed their country home with close proximity to grandparents until 1969, when I convinced Bob that we should go to the Willamette University in Salem, Oregon, so he could pursue his musical career in church music. We were big fish from a little pond, but in Salem, it was a much bigger place. While Bob was in school, he served as music director for the First United Methodist Church in Salem. I continued to teach Sunday school for teenagers as I continued my career as a dental assistant to help support the family. We lived first in an apartment and then in a tiny rental house for the first 4 years. Debbie and Tim were great kids and supported our efforts. I promised them a trip to Disneyland when Daddy graduated from school. We visited grandparents in Idaho Falls each summer. One year our kids got to stay by themselves and come back on a bus. When Daddy graduated with great honors and began teaching school, his lifestyle and preferences were finally revealed. He was gay. Our separation and divorce in 1974 was the best thing to do. I took the kids to Disneyland as promised on a 24-hour Greyhound bus ride. My career as a dental assistant began in Idaho in 1960. I had taken a correspondence course for assisting right after Debbie was born. I worked for Dr. Jones for a year, and after he gave me just $25 raise to add to my $175 salary, I quit. I did babysitting at home and cleaned houses to help support the family. Debbie had 2 little girls that came to our house to play with her every day, and I made more money than I made before. After Timmy was born, with the invaluable help of grandparents babysitting, I went to work for John Maharis. I worked for him for 5 years and learned so much. Before leaving Idaho, I challenged the dental board for certification. In Boise, Idaho, I spent 1 day in written exams and 1 day in clinical exams, and to my delight, I became a certified dental assistant. In Salem, 1969, I was interviewed by Jan Cook, office manager for a very well-known dental practice. I spent the next 14 years growing with that dental group. Jan is the reason I met Ron Derricott. He was working for her in Astoria. She told me she'd get a chaperone for me if I would come and join her and her husband to celebrate their anniversary. It was Ron. We met in early November 1974, and the sparks flew. The rest, excluding the juicy romantic courtship, is history. On July 4th, Independence Day of 1975, we shared wedding vows on the Oregon beach of a Methodist camp, Camp Magruder, near Rockaway, Oregon. Our immediate family were witnesses to the happiest moments of our lives. We joined hands with 4 teenagers, Ronnie, 15, Debbie, 15, Vicki, 14, and Timmy, 13. After returning from our honeymoon in Idaho Falls, we had to find a place to live. We found our perfect home with 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a big rec room, 2 fireplaces as a rent-to-own option. We signed the agreement for $27,500, and with the appreciation of property at that time, we bought the house with equity in a few short months. It is still our beloved home today. Ron and I were young lovers going on camping trips every weekend. Ron liked doing rainy day picnics to Tim's delight. Every morning since we met, Ron has helped me wake up with a cup of coffee. During those early years, we had our morning meetings to discuss how to manage 3 teenagers or solve the problems they had created. It was exciting. Our time with teenagers went by so fast. In 1978, Debbie married and left home. Ronnie, now Ernie, went out on his own at 18, and Vicki lived with her mom. Tim left home to work for Uncle Ken in Seattle, and they all started fulfilling their own life dreams. Ernie met my darling Diana. Vicki and her husband and his brother moved in before Jesse, our first grandson, was born in 1983. Ernie and Dee Dee spent some time with us when Alyssa was brand new in 1987. Joshua was born with the help of a midwife in our bedroom in 1985. Deja came in 1988. Justin was born to Ernie and Dee Dee in 1989. Jared came to bring Vicki love on May 8th of 1997. Oh, what a joy the grandchildren are. They did grandkid acres, Easter egg hunts, Chuck E. Cheese birthday parties, camping. It was great fun. Ron and I take frequent drives to the local bird sanctuaries and enjoy our yearly trips to the beach, to the mountains, and yearly we go to Idaho Falls to visit my brother, who is now 85 and still living on his beautiful farm. I had a leading role in Tim's production of The Tenant, made just before his graduation as valedictorian of his videography education. When Ron and I were married, I had been with Wold & Wold Dental Group for 6 years. In my 7th year on the job, the doctors joined with another dentist and built a new office. These dentists were focused on education for everyone and were excellent employers. I had worked as a receptionist for 7 years when this move occurred. The chaos that occurred in the first year in this new building with new office staff drove me mad. In 1975, after taking a great visualization course, I took a stand. I wrote a new job description for PR manager, and in the same letter, I applied for the job. They had a year to decide. In 6 months, I had the new job with an office in the balcony room, and there I really began my career. In 1976 to 81, I was the business administrator of Salem Dental Group. 1981 to 82, I worked for Oldenburg Dental Consulting. 1983 to 89, I was the owner of New Day Dental Team, working with over 100 practices in the Pacific Northwest, California, and Alaska. In 1989, I changed my business name to Derricott Dental Management and moved my office from home to the Times Square building in Tigard. In 1994, I published a paperback titled Free to Lead, The Doctor's Guide to Profitable Leadership Performance. As you see, I save money by ordering many books at a time. I still have a few left. I always loved teenagers, so Ron and I took on the job of Polk County Safe House for kids at risk. We were available to receive clients 24/7 with every other weekend off. It was scary and amazing. While the kids at risk were coming and going, I started a new hobby of glass painting. With all the tools and paints on my dining room table, the kids loved it. They'd made pictures of their own and helped me with some of my projects. I made as many as I could give away, and all my windows are filled with my art. My front door is too. In October of 1998, this job brought us the greatest gift ever when Elijah Michelson came to our home. It didn't take us long to fall in love with this 17-year-old who had no place else to go. We invited him to stay for a lifetime, and we are so glad to have him in our lives. I was supporting actor, as was Eli, in The Dumpkin Cyborg Pumpkin, written and directed by Tim Lamberson. Have you ever worn a real pumpkin on your head? In 2004, I retired after working in a few different dental offices. Ron and I bought a duplex to supplement our retirement income. It is still paying off for us today. In 2007, we took Diana Derricott's suggestion and began working to transform our daylight basement into a studio apartment that we could rent. Grandpa Derricott's pool table went to Ernie along with a beautiful handmade light. We are still renting the studio, and it has become a part of our life's purpose. This fully furnished, turnkey studio apartment is just what people need when they're in transition. We have met and given a hand up to every tenant who lived there, and some, after moving on to their own homes, are still a part of our big family. In 2010, we showed our studio to Joe Wilson, who was on parole after spending half of his life in prison. Somehow I knew Joe, and he knew me. While he didn't get to rent from us then, he has become a very important member of our family. We are proud to call Joe our adopted grandson. So far, our 6 grandchildren have brought us the wonder of 14 great-grandchildren. What a joy it was for us to deliver 9 toy boxes that Ron and I made for each one in 2013. In May of each year, we visit Moses Lake to admire and enjoy them. I am so happy with the great parents that our grandchildren have become. I have learned from watching Jesse and Amanda, Christian and Deja, Joshua and Brenda, and Justin and Dee Dee and Ernie, experiencing again this joy of little ones.
First thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time.
At this wonderful age of 75, with so many experiences of joy and gratitude, I want to say thank you to every one of you who has blessed me with your presence in my life. Whenever there has been trouble, like Ron's heart failure, I can feel you surrounding me. I can feel your love, and I'm so filled with love that sometimes I fear I may just explode. I look forward to our many years to come together, and please know that when I do leave this place, I will leave on a cloud of love, always close and forever grateful. Thank you to all my children for helping me to have my celebration of life while I'm alive. Thank you to my son Tim for all the hard work in creating this video. Thank you to Cindy for providing the wonderful food for us to share. Thank you to the love of my life, Ron, for putting up with my crazy schemes and expensive parties all of these years. Now let's continue to play on the beach and enjoy Newport.
Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. We're so glad to be part of your history, celebrating with your friends and your family. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. We all love you so, just wanted you to know. Have a happy 75th and let's kick off this show. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty, are you ready for a beach day on your birthday? Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time. It's Betty Boop's birthday time. Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop, Betty Boop's birthday time.
Boop-a-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, boop-boop-ba-doo.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from little baby bum. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.